When it comes to buying new clubs and getting the perfect setup for you, especially at the top end of your bag, then one of these can be your best friend or could be your worst nightmare. Guys, welcome back to the Next 100. Today we are talking fairway woods and how this device right here can cost you shots. And you will see today, guys, over on James Robinson's channel, we are at the fantastic Sea Houses Golf Club up in Northumberland. But today we are in the studio and we're talking about fairway woods, and today about the Ignis fairway wood range from Takomo. But guys, as always, if you are new to this channel, then welcome to the channel. If you consider hitting that subscribe button, you can help us on the journey towards 50,000 subscribers. And if you are a regular viewer of the channel, welcome back, and I hope you're enjoying the content. But how many times I see people with one of these and they've got the fairway wood, maybe you've not hit some great shots, maybe you've hit a couple of loose ones out there, just like we all do like that, and we leak it out to the right or the left if you're James Robinson, and we're starting to think, right, well, maybe it's the setting I've got on my club. I know on the bottom of this hosel I've got plenty of options, and you will see, just like other major manufacturers, we do have plenty of options here on this Takomo, and you will see that it's currently set in that upright setting. And this is where you have to understand when you've been fitted for a wood or when you've bought a wood, if you're hitting shots just like we see, including myself, we're out there, we've got that 3-wood and I hit one of those loose ones to the right, the answer is not necessarily to change the setup on here. We have to make sure that this driver is set up how you was fitted, or this 3-wood setup how it was fitted, and that's what we see a lot of high handicapper, mid handicap golfers, maybe you behind the screen thinking, yeah, I've changed the settings multiple times on there because I've watched a couple of videos and maybe that's worked occasionally, but you might have to alter your swing for that. We want you to have this fairway wood set in the settings that you should be getting. For me, this would be a neutral loft and lie. So this for me should be set on neutral. Again, I have this set at 15 degrees. So there we put it into the N on there, if we can see that on screen. So nice and easy there. I'm going to put the head back on there, make sure that that is all matched up, and I'm now back to the setting where I should be. So this is where you need to make sure that you've put that on correctly. I've got that in the correct setting to make sure that I can get the correct ball flight and make sure we're hitting it down the middle, hitting it longer, and hitting more greens or hitting more fairways depending on which fairway wood you are using. And now I've got that head in that neutral setting, I know that I've got that looking totally different behind the golf ball, and it's only a slight change, but that slight change to your club can totally change that ball flight. And you'll see now this is in neutral lie angle, standard loft of 15 degrees. I put my standard golf swing on that, and that's down the middle. That is now a much more even solid strike out to the centre of the face, 250 carry going 264. So straight away there, that is in the neutral settings. I find the middle of the face, the ball speed jumps up, the distance jumps up, but more importantly, dispersion's better, and that is down the middle. A slight tweak to that, and we could potentially see your golf ball coming off to the right, coming off to the left. And Tiger Woods was very much an advocate of just having a fixed position, so getting fitted for that club and leaving it exactly where it is. We all know, as golfers, everyday golfers, handicap golfers, we always think it's the club and maybe not us. There's plenty of options on these Takomos, and make sure you get your Takomo in the right settings. So not only hit it further, but also hit it straighter. Straightening up your shots is certainly going to help you lower your scores. But the next thing we need to talk about is what kind of lofts have you got at the top end of your bag. And this is a prime example of a bag right here. That head cover looks absolutely brand new, and you might have a 3-wood in your bag and be thinking, I might use it once around, or I played away and I played at another golf course the other day and I did use it twice, but that's the first time I've used it in a long time. This is where you need to think, do you use your 3-wood? Are you not confident with that? Would you be better putting in potentially a 5-wood in and then maybe a 7-wood? Or potentially maybe getting a 3-wood but having a little bit more loft on it. These are all options you need to consider when you're going at the top end of your bag to make sure you've got one that can be consistent when we're out there, that I'm confident with it, I feel like I can hit it out of the centre, and it's a club that you are going to use a lot. We want your golf clubs in your bag to be useful, not more of an ornament in there that is collecting dust. So turned it over slightly, that is more me than the club, but distance wise, very consistent there, getting out to over 250 yards. So guys, a different episode of the Next 100 there, talking about what you can have in at the top end of your golf bag. Again, over this series, we have switched and changed clubs depending on the golf courses we have played. And if you're thinking about you're going to play different courses, you might have different options in there for certain places you are going to visit. But these brands, Takomo and C, do make it a little bit more affordable, save you that money so you can go and play other golf courses. But head over to James Robinson's channel, guys, and you'll see how we get on at C Houses up in Northumberland.